Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly share with you guys what happened yesterday when I was at my house and kind of my takeaway from the whole situation. I was getting groceries out of my car with Desmond, who is almost 2. I was holding his hand, and as we're walking out of my garage toward the car, there was a guy walking by. I didn't think anything of it. It's a sidewalk, right? So, I get to my car and I'm minding my own business. I start unloading my groceries and holding Desmond's hand. And the guy turns around and I hear him yell, "What the fuck did you say to me, bitch?" And I had no idea he was talking to me because I hadn't even opened my mouth unless it was like to clear my throat or something. So I hear that and then he says it again. "What the fuck did you say to me, bitch?" And I look over and I realize he's talking to me and I'm like, okay, maybe just ignore him. And he'll realize that it wasn't me. I didn't say anything. I have no idea. And then he looks at me and he says, "You fucking fat white fat ass bitch." And I was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "I didn't say anything." And he just kept walking. So sorry for all the cussing. Um and at first I was like it it brought me back to this moment in junior high school that was kind of like the whole thing was like a defining story for me and who I am as a person today. I When I was 12 years old, I was riding my bike down the street, minding my own business, and this girl stops me and says, "Hey, are you Katie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Listen, you 2-ton whore. If you don't leave my brother alone, I'm gonna kick your ass." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I said, if you don't leave my brother alone, I'm going to kick your ass." I'm like, "Who's your brother?" So that ended up being like a, a portion of it was like a long story. So basically, this guy was bullying me on the bus. I told my big brother. My big brother went and threatened him and said, "Leave my sister alone or I'll kick your ass." Then he went and told his big sister, who was the girl who stopped me on the street. I had no idea who she was. She threatened me, and then she told her friends, who ended up jumping my brother. I know, it's all stupid shit. But it was a big deal in my life, and like, I've been bullied my entire life. I've been bullied for my weight. It's always about the weight. Fat girl, pig nose, whatever. Um, but after this whole situation in junior high when I was 12, um, after the whole thing ended, that was the moment in my life when I was like, I am going to decide to be a nice person because I don't want anybody to feel the way I feel when I'm bullied. So that's when I decided, I made a conscious decision back then to be who I am today, a kind person. Now, that doesn't mean I don't stand up for myself, but it means I'm going to treat everybody in the world with kindness. That is why I smile at people even when they don't smile back, unless it's a goldfish cracker. Get it? Ha! Anyway, like, so anyway, this whole thing happened yesterday, and I was in such shock because I didn't even open my mouth, and it instantly brought me back to this moment when I was 12 years old, minding my own business, and it for like an hour I was crushed. I was bawling, and then I was like, you know what? I get to choose how I'm going to react to situations like this. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let this guy ruin my day. People have said worse to me. Maybe he's having a bad day, whatever. I don't care. I don't have to live around him, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But my whole point is, you guys, you get to choose who you want to be in the world. You get to actively make the decision who you want to be and how you want to treat people. And you also get to choose how you're going to react to the assholes in the world, because there are a lot of assholes in this world. I bet everybody would agree with me. So anyway, that's my story. At one point I told Sean, my husband, I was like, God, I'm so glad that Desmond is too young to understand. But then he said, Although if he was old enough to understand, it probably would have been a good learning experience for him, a good teaching moment for us. Anyway, let me know what you think. That's the story. I'm 34 years old and people are still attacking me for the same damn thing. Come on, people. Anyway, you guys have a good day and I will talk to you soon. Bye.